My name is ZZQ and welcome to my Araxxor guide. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the gear real quick. So Araxxor is weak to crush, so grab your best melee gear. Best in slot is going to be the Scythe of Eter, but not everyone has 1.4 or 1.5 bill to throw around. Second best in slot is going to be the Inquisitor's Mace. Third best in slot is going to be the Soul Reaper Axe. And fourth best in slot, which most people can afford, is going to be the Bludgeon. I believe it's going for like 20 mil. It's gone, oh wow, it's going up 32 mil. Good time to invest in a Bludgeon, eh? And then grab your best melee gear you can. Bandos is fine, Bandos, Bludgeon. You could bring Light Bear, or you could bring Berserker Ring or Altar Ring, depending on what rings you have. Alright, so you might notice I have Rune Javelins in my inventory. I tried out the Heavy Ballista because I heard it was good here, but I highly recommend that you don't bring any switch. It says to bring a range switch or a magic switch, and you could if you want to, but I've been doing many kills now, and I highly recommend that you don't bring it. It's not necessary at all, and it gets a little too complicated for no reason to bring switches when you really don't need to. And then bring, of course, your best in slot amulet. You could bring a Blood Fury if you want to extend your trips. It actually is a decent option. Blood Furies are just extremely expensive right now, so I'm trying to conserve my charges. Best in slot cape, your Slayer helm, of course. Prim boots, dragon boots are fine. Ferocious gloves or Barrow's gloves are fine. And then your inventory, bring your spec weapon, which you use at the end of the kill. A Void Waker works well as well. Just bring a spec weapon that does a lot of damage that you can use at the end of the kill. If you don't have anything like that, you could bring a Dragon Warhammer or a Bandos Godsword. But I do highly recommend D-Claws. I've been trying them out and they are incredibly good here at the end of the kill. You'll see why. Bring a Divine Super Combat, Anti-Venom, 3 to 4 Super Restores, some Quick Eats. I'll explain the teleports. You could buy these. They are extremely expensive at the GE right now. You could also bring a Bracelet of Slaughter to extend each task, the rolls, and a teleport to house. It should also be mentioned that Vengeance works alright here. I prefer Thralls as it's just way simpler. Side note, if you want to know what Araxxor's head looks like, just look at this guy. Alright, now let's talk about how to get there real quick. If you have a lot of money, you could buy the Spider Cave teleports, but they are going for over 100k each right now. So I only recommend that you use these if you completed only the Priest in Peril quest and do not have the Draken's Medallion or Hallowed Sepulchre unlocked. If you have completed the Sins of the Father quest line, the quickest way to get there is to equip your Vire Noble outfit. If you already have the Agility shortcut unlocked, then you don't have to worry about it, but if you do not, I just want to show you how to get it real quick. Teleport to Hallowed Sepulchre using the shards that you get from the minigame itself. This is the fastest way to get here. And what you do is you run south to the general store and you trade this guy right here, Drazdan, and you buy 2 long ropes, and then you go north again and you use the rope on the wall. You attach the rope, now you can climb the wall, and then you use the second rope on this wall, and you climb down here, and now you automatically have this unlocked. So this is the quickest way to get here if you do not have the money for the teleports, which hopefully the price will go down as the more and more that it comes. And to show you what the teleport does, the teleport brings you right here. If you have sleep unlocked from the nightmare, you could teleport to sleep and just run north. And then when you make your way here, drink your anti-venom, walk into the cave. You can throw on protect from melee. It's not really required. These things don't usually hit hard. And this is the entrance. The first thing that you're going to do when you enter into the dungeon is set up your quick prayers to protect from melee and piety. Squeeze through the tunnel, summon your thrall. At the start of each kill, it should be noted, in the south, it will go around like a clock. See that? That guy comes out. He's going to explode. I'll explain what each of them do. It'll just keep going around in a clock. See that? So let's talk about each of the eggs that can spawn. What you could do is you could just attack each one the clockwise and kill them to make the trip a lot easier, and you don't have to worry about it at all, and just kill them right away before they do anything. But I recommend that you actually don't do that. It makes the kill unnecessarily long, and all three are not too difficult to deal with. So let's talk about the red one first. It will break out and start walking towards you. It kind of works like an explosive. Wait for it to get close and just run away, and it does damage to the boss. You could try to lure it specifically to do maximum damage. Maximum damage is 80, and that is it for the red one. Very simple. Now let's talk about the green one once it hatches. The green one will be shooting range at you. You could just run over and kill it. Or if you're near the end of the fight, I recommend that you just tank it. It doesn't do much damage. But slowly work your way around the room. And then when you get to the white egg, this is the most important egg that I recommend that you kill. So what this egg does is it actually mirrors the amount of damage that you do back to you. So throughout the fight, if this thing is constantly attacking you while you're doing damage to the boss, you will take a lot of damage. So I highly recommend you take the white one out as soon as possible. The only other attacks that you really need to worry about are if you run too far away from the boss, Araxxor will start shooting magic attacks at you. You could protect from magic, but normally I just leave on protect from melee, and just try not to run out of the boss's distance like this. Just don't do this too often. So this attack, he will throw some poison at you. You just run out of the way. Pretty simple on that one. So this attack, it will be 1 dot, and what you do is you just run around the boss until it goes away. Pretty simple. During the final phase of the fight, what Araxxor does is he yells "Scree!" and then all you have to do is back up from the poison and do like a little back up, walk tiles to the left, back up, walk tiles to the right. Sounds a little strange, but once you watch it and once you do it a few times, you'll be fine. And this is where you use your special attack to do as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. And then at the end of the fight, you can choose to get the normal loot, or you can say, I don't want any normal loot, give me double the chance of the pet, which is pretty cool. Now let's talk about Araxxor's rewards. 3 Noxious pieces are dropped that are untradeable and can be combined to create the Noxious Halberd. Finally, a good halberd. Now let's talk about the pet real quick. His name is Nid, and I want Nid. You also can get coagulated venom to recolor the pet Araxxor if you kill the boss within 1 minute and 10 seconds. Also, the Araxyte head drops from Araxxor, which you use to make the new Slayer helmet. My favorite drop added to the game is actually the Jar of Venom. It is the first jar that has been added to old school RuneScape that is untradeable. Lastly, the Araxyte Fang is used to create the Amulet of Rancor, the new best in slot melee amulet. If you enjoyed this video and this video helped you, shoot me a comment down below.